Alright, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott from Jeff Teaches Programming, and in the last two videos, as you can see on your screen right now, I have been rewriting the C# Payroll console program so that it uses the functions in our validation library, the ones from ValidateBoth.cs. So far in this first one here, I explained what we were doing and we went over fixing the hourly. In this second one that's right here, we went in and we fixed the piece worker, and now we're going to try to do the last two in here. Done a little bit of preliminary work on here, as you probably noticed as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here in the same kind of way I've been doing it. I'm going to grab everything that we have here. Nope, starting here. Oh, there we go. Starting right here, I'm going to grab everything. And again, I will get some errors because of different namings and stuff that we did. It's no biggie. All right. And I'm going to remove everything that was in here. Replace it with this. And I'm going to go down to the next one. And again, I'm going to remove everything that's in here. Replace it. Finally, I'm going to go down to the salary and do the same thing. Again, we are using so much repetitious code in here. Now we're up over 900 lines, it says. Okay, so let's start fixing this. All right, so we are in the valid commission percentage, and we call that com sales str. And we want to change the other one here. Instead of price per piece, we want this to say commission sales. No, commission percentage, I'm sorry. Oh, this was percentage. Son of a gun. Okay, we'll fix them both in just a second. Okay, that's right with commission percentage. This should be com, we'll call it com percent str. Okay. All right, and then this one will be commission percentage. And this will be min com percent, and this will be max com percent. Okay. And we will call this percentage. And that's what we'll return. I'm just going to do all three of them here, and then we'll go back and look at all of them together. Okay, so this is com sales str. And we'll change this to sales. Both is within range. That'll be sales. And we'll have to change these all to commission sales. Okay. Isn't that what we call it up here? Sales, of course. Okay. This will be min com sales and max com sales. Okay. I think we're going to be able to use the same trick we used before as well. So those are done. Finally, let's just finish the last one up here. So this is salary string. This should not take real long, hopefully. Change that to salary, which is what we'll return. All right. And where we've got, okay, this will just be salary. And down here, this will have to be min salary. And this will be max salary. And let's do the same thing that we did before. I want to check one thing first. Min com sales. Okay, max com sales. Min com percent, max com percent. Okay, we're going to do the same kind of thing we did before, and what I mean is this. Technically, we can do the same thing, go back and change our rate on here too. So rate, can change the maximum hourly rate here to $999.99. All right, and the min can stay with the way it is. Now, why did I do that? Because again, when we are figuring out this, and we are using our hourly rate, all right, this is now going to be rate divided by 100. Okay, and we also will need it in here. Okay. And for pieces, for price per piece, we've done that one already. So let's do these already as well. So this, if we moved it over 30, and we'll make this 300. Okay, so this will stay at 0. And the sales will do the same thing. So instead of 100,000, we have to add 2 more zeros onto this. Okay, and when we are doing the salary here, the same kind of thing. All right, and for both of those, it should take just a second to do this. So the percentage should be the percentage. Again, we're converting all these over. So divided by 100. So that we're able to keep them as integers, but for lack of better words, kind of treat them like they were decimals. So for the salary, the same kind of thing here. Now, I don't think I have any errors in here. I'm going to run it, and hopefully everything will work, but I'm going to test everything now. And we're at 12 minutes, so we're fine for time. All right, so let's start from the beginning. 1, hours worked, we'll say 50. Hourly rate 20, so it should be 1,100, and ooh, $11, so that's not right. That was right. So was that, but this was wrong. And I'm bound and determined to fix it in this iteration that we're working on. Hourly rate 999.99. We divide that by 100. It would be one more in there. That's what the problem was. Program isn't running, and that's why we're getting that error. So, all right. 1, if they work 50 hours and they made $20 an hour, still is wrong. That isn't right. What we're going to do is for the hourly rate, we're going to keep it at 99.99. All right. And let's see. Let's leave it there. See what happens. $1, 50, 20. No. don't think that in the figuring out of the calculation, I don't think I need to divide that by 100. I think that's the problem. So let's try that. So 50, 20, try that again. 1, 50, and 20. I guess I used 30, so let's try it again because I know that should give me 1100. 1, 50, and 20. That is correct. So let's try it with nothing. So 1. Okay. Non-numeric. Okay. Out of range. And out of range the other way. Okay, those all work. So again, that's fine. Whoa, 20 and 20 is not $4. So there's an error in there. Let's look at the rate. Ah, it's this one. That should just be rate. That's why you test. So 20 and 20 should give me 400. And now it does. All right, so that one works. Let's try number 2. Number of pieces made, 75. Price per piece, let's say 50 cents. So 75 times 50 cents should be $37.50, and it is. So that one works, but let's try it with nothing. Okay, non-numeric. Okay, out of range low, out of range high. Those all work. So let's try. That's a problem. 100 in price per piece. Gross pay should not be $1. So let's change our message here to price per piece. Have it be between 10 and 100. If we did that, let's try that. Okay. Again, I'm just going to keep fixing errors as I find them. Should fix that. Min pieces made and max pieces made. Those are correct, I believe. Min pieces and max pieces. Minimum price per piece is now going to be 10, and the maximum is going to be 1,000. We will manually come in here and change these. So hours work should be between 0 and 84, and that should work fine. Hourly rate. We'll put in here 0. And I don't know what we had in there for the hourly rate. We left it at $99.99. We'll say 100. Okay. Max hours. Actually, that is 0 and 84, so this one is fine as min hours and max hours. Okay. We have to make those integers, though, as we had them before. Okay. And with the hourly rate, we're just going to put here is it max between 0 and I'm going to change that to 100. Oops. That'll be between 0 and 100. Okay, that should fix that one. Hopefully that'll all be okay now. Okay. Min pieces made is 0, max pieces made is 100. That's okay. We want this for price per piece to be between 10 and 1,000. So we'll hard code those in. And when we do the calculation, we are dividing it by 100, so that'll work. So let's check that one out. Now we've already checked out for hourly and it all works. 2, nothing, non-numeric, out of range, in range. All right, let's say that we wanted it to be 75 cents. So I'm going to try 7.50 in just a minute. right, so 750. Okay, 100 pieces at price per piece is $7.50. For now, I'm just going to leave that the way it is. Let's do the last two. I think where I made the price per piece, that should be 100. Again, the program is running, so I get that purple squiggly right there. All right. And we'll change the message there between 0 and 100 instead of 0 and 1,000. Hopefully that's now okay. So if we made 50 pieces and we wanted 50 cents a piece, that is correct. All right, let's do the third one. So our commission percentage now has to be between 0 and 30. So let's make that 30. Not 300, but 30. And sales, I'm going to leave for now. I'm going to leave that the way it is. So for the percentage, it's going to have to be between 0 and 30. And the salary, let's keep that at 100,000. We'll do this for here too. Okay. And let's see if we fixed it. All right, so the first two are working just fine right now. All right, so the commission percentage should be between 0 and 30. For the sales, it is 0 and 100,000. And to do the calculation, should be the percentage divided by 100, just times sales. So let's try that one. So number 1 worked, number 2 works, so this is number 3. Nothing. Can't be empty, must be valid. Must be a valid decimal. Out of range. Out of range. So let's say you did make 30%. So for sales, let's say that you made $1,000. So the percentage is wrong, but we'll fix that. 30%, 1,000 would be 300. That is correct. It's just where we're printing it off is wrong. Let's fix that. And there may be other things we have to take a look at here also. So percentage. Okay, and I think we're going to have to do that for the salary too. Wherever we do that. Okay, let's just try that. So it's a 3, 30%, $1,000, 30%, 300. That's good. Let's try the last one and just see if it works. 4. So that's a salaried worker. Leave it blank. Oops. 4. Leave it blank. Okay. Let's say $55,555. Salary is the gross pay. Well, we don't have to do anything in there, I don't think. Okay. Let's find it. There it is. Okay, let's see if that's correct now. All right, we'll say it's a 4, and the person made $55,555. That is their salary. So that works. The program is now going to break, or I think it's going to break, if we put something that's a non-integer value in there. Again, I'm doing what I can to fix it, but there's still going to be a problem with it. Okay, so. Okay, that's that. So sales, I'm just going to hard code the values in here. I guess the other thing to do would be to take all those and make them all integers. Maybe be a cleaner way of doing it. Piece is made already was an integer. Integer hourly rate between 0 and 100. Integer hours worked between 0 and 84. Okay, I think that pretty much fixes this one up. So I'm going to save this. We are at 40 minutes, sorry. And when I come back, we're going to see how we can start taking some of this repetitious code and setting it up so it's not as repetitious. Be back soon.